Hey guys, we are covering game-changing tips for 2021. Who doesn't want to save time and money with grooming? Let's get into it. Real men get it done. Alright, so if you are new to Real Men Get It Done, welcome. Please make sure you hit that like, that notification button. Just be in tune to everything that we're doing. My channel is about empowering men to take care of yourself and also home. So we have to make sure our grooming is right. So this video is going to be informative to help us save some time, some money, to have the barbershop experience, and just help us to make sure that our head care is on point moving forward for 2021. So let's get into it. Also, this coming up Sunday, if you have a chance to watch this video, February 7th, we are doing a live YouTube experience. I'm going to chat with y'all because I'm always going to ask questions and I just want to connect with the community, and I'm going to give away some free Scotch Porter products. So make sure you tune in this coming up Sunday. And then last but not least, stay tuned to the very end of this video because I always like to show y'all the full transformation. Sometimes I cut my own hair, sometimes I go to the barber. This time I'll be going to the barber to show you the entire transformation of the head care, beard care, and just show you how I get down. All right, so the first things first, before we get into shaving our head, we have to do some preventative maintenance just to make sure we can have a just amazing cut before we actually shave. So that is the process first and foremost. I do a very close cut before I shave because I want those head follicles on top of my head to be as close as possible so I can get a really good shave. But one of the things that we neglect as men is a good shampoo and conditioner for our hair. So Scotch Porter, which I love, they've been killing it for a lot of different areas, for our face, for our beards, and for our head care. We can't neglect, in order of having a healthy set of head, even though we're shaving it, we can't neglect what a good wash and conditioner and moisturizer can do for your head. So the first thing that I do, and this is usually my 1 week approach because I don't shave my head every day or every 3 days, 2 days, like some people do. I do once a week. For me, that personally keeps down on some of the sensitivity issues I have with having sensitive skin. It just helps with that. So yes, it's just, do you, but that works for me, doing it once a week. So all right, so the head is all washed and conditioned. Let's take a step back. Everything that we are doing in terms of trying to maintain a healthy head just all goes back to preventing irritation and just trying to make sure that our head is moisturized. So that's kind of the big picture of what we are doing. One thing that I'll always recommend for guys, especially because it kind of flows if you do have a beard as well, use lukewarm water. It just works better for our skin, and it works better for just your head in general. So if you want a quick history lesson, you hear a lot of times people talking about closed and open pores. So in short, hot and cold water. Hot water is supposed to open your pores, cold water is supposed to close them, but pores actually don't open and close. But that's not even the issue. The issue is what happens is that your pores can kind of expand. And when hot water is used, it allows for you to have a deeper clean. When cold water is used, it kind of seals it in. So we just want to have a balance because it just depends on, sometimes you have to do different things for your head versus your beard. So it just makes sense to keep it lukewarm as a safe zone, just to make sure that you're having a clean head still and being able to just do what you need to do for your head or your beard. So lukewarm water is the way to go. And especially, even though I'm not doing beard care, just explain that piece with the lukewarm water. If you wash your beard in hot water every day, that is stripping all the moisture out of your beard. So lukewarm water helps to retain the moisture in your beard. All right. Another thing, get in the habit of trying to use a microfiber towel. It just doesn't, it's not as harsh on your skin. They say you use a cut up towel as well. These are just some tips as well I'm just throwing out there, but they work very well to dry your head and just doesn't pull too much at your skin. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure we have a clean head. And you can do this the day before you're going to decide to shave, or if you do go to a barber, you can say, I'm going to do this the day before I go to the barber. We want to make sure we have a clean head and a conditioned head, and men forget that. You need to invest in a very good shampoo. I like Scotch Porter products. They don't have all the sulfates and things are in there. In short, a lot of the body washes and things that we use are so bad they end up being bad for our skin and for our head, especially if you see where it says like 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner. Like those are pretty much full of soap and salt and just chemicals that are already bad for our skin, but they end up drying out your hair and your head. So invest in a good shampoo and conditioner, especially for men of color or men who have curly hair. Our hair tends to dry out very quickly if it's put under harsh conditions. So if we're keeping it hot and using a very harsh body wash to try to wash and condition our hair. So that's why usually men of color who have kinkier hair or curlier hair, we have to have a better conditioner and shampoo for our hair. We want to talk about our tools that we need to use to cut our hair. Now for me, I like this two-step method of using a clipper and also a razor to cut my hair. So what the clipper does is gets the hair down as close as you can to help cut down on irritation. And then obviously what your blade is going to do is finish the job. But we want to use actually a sensitive blade. I've invested into the Gillette Skin Guard. Now, a couple of things to cut down on irritation. This works very well. They have other clippers that you could use to get very close. In terms of the razors, for a long time I was using the Gillette 5 blade. It's I forgot the specific name, but the 5 blade Gillette or any 5 blade, and I was getting a little bit too much irritation with it. Not as much, but still getting irritation. What I found was that even though it has the 5 blades, which is supposed to help so you don't have to go over your head so many times, those 5 blades are just like you're having 5 blades go over it even once. So for, again, men of color who tend to have very sensitive skin because of just the kinky hair where our hair kind of grows, it makes sense to use a more sensitive, less abrasive razor. So the sensitive Skin Guard only has 2 blades. You can go over it more than once if needed, but it allows for a lot less irritation. So I like that method to be my second process when doing my head, to use the clippers and then go over it with the actual Skin Guard razor. And I'm also using a sensitive skin shaving cream. So Neutrogena has a good product I like to use. You can still use regular shaving gel, but I think the most important thing is to make sure your blade is a sensitive, like a sensitive type of blade where it's not doing the 5 swipe or the 4 swipe or the 3 swipe. But this is an awesome, awesome blade. So check it out, the Gillette Skin Guard blade. Head is all down as much as I can. I'm gonna go to the shaving. Now, the one thing I failed to mention, the whole reason, well, one of the other reasons just to add on to why we want to wash and condition our hair. Actually, I apologize, I misspoke. I said that you could actually wash and condition your hair the day before. That's fine, but the day that you still shave your head, you still need to make sure your head is wet. So usually on my day when I'm doing my hair, I always make sure I wash my head. So again, you can wash and condition it. the day before, and then when you do it the next day, just do a nice gentle wash. Maybe not as deep, just a nice quick rinse so that your hair is wet. Reason being, when your hair is wet, it makes it a lot easier to be able to cut, not only with the clipper that I just used, but also with the blade as well. It makes it easier to cut. Without it, it's almost like your head is, when it's straight and dry, like someone described it as copper, like you run the razor over a copper. So and it will stretch your skin and really can cause irritation if it's just a dry head. So the moisture by washing does help just with the overall cut and to keep down the irritation. So head is all shaved, feel really good, not a whole bunch of irritation, but this is where we move forward with next level game changing for 2021. So we are going to implement, fellas, and we're going to start implementing the actual steam hot towel treatment. Ooh, this boy hot. Just got out the microwave, so it's steaming about a minute and a half. See that steam rising up. So we want to take our hot towel and we're going to steam our own head. Ooh. Just get back there and wrap that boy around. Okay, and let this sit until it starts cooling off. Okay, so why do we do this? It feels good on your head, gives a little bit of a massage. But remember I mentioned earlier about your pores. Our pores open and they close in a sense, kind of expand. And when our pores expand, it allows stuff to get inside them. That sounds bad, but it doesn't if you're trying to get a deep clean for your head. So we want our pores to expand so that they're open so that we can really clean them, to make sure we get any gunk out and to make sure that we stop any irritation and get in the habit of doing that. So now, after we've done the steam towel treatment, massage it in a little bit, let our pores expand. We're going to actually rewash our head and exfoliate it. Exfoliating cleansing pods, $3 at Walmart. Deep cleaning, this is Neutrogena, the off-brand Walmart brand, $3 at Walmart. And we are going to, with a little bit of lukewarm water, we're going to exfoliate our heads. All right, so now that we all have all that done, we have a deep cleanser on our head, and we use a cleanser that has celiac acid in it. You can either be on the front of the bottle or even on the back, but that's what dermatologists recommend. So it says that on it. And this deep cleanser says it's from normal to oily skin, which is pretty cool. And it's also oil-free and alcohol-free. So it deep cleans those pores. As I said, when they contract, it lets all the good cleaning get out, the dirt and debris, And then as you wash your head and it cools, then it seals everything in. So your head should be clean, it should feel amazing. Then the next step we want to do is make sure we apply our aftershave. There's tons of aftershaves on the market. I've used a couple of different ones. A lot of men swear by Bump Patrol, and this does do an amazing job. So what aftershave is supposed to do is to help, again, relieve irritation and stop the bumps from happening, especially for men of color with curly hair. When that hair starts to grow, it grows out, it curls up, and ends up becoming an ingrown hair. So everything that we're doing is trying to eliminate any kind of what's the word for irritation, so that that doesn't happen. So our last two final steps are the Bump Patrol. And the one thing about aftershaves, a lot of times they do contain a little bit of alcohol or some type of alcohol in them. Bump Patrol does the same thing. And even though it says it's supposed to, it says that it's supposed to moisturize, it also says on here that it works fast, so it absorbs quickly. So in my opinion, just to be honest, I don't think that it really gives you any moisturizer, but it really does a good job of working fastly, absorbing in your skin to prevent bumps from happening. Is to still use a moisturizer for the top of your head. Again, Scotch Porter has it all for their hair care products. They have wash, conditioner, a actual hair balm, and also a beard and hair conditioner spray. So if you had a choice and can only pick between doing maybe the hair care and beard care, you'll have to make that decision. But I will say that I do use them interchangeably. So do what works for you. But this is focusing just on the hair care. But I like that in the hair care section, they have a beard and hair care conditioner, which is amazing. I'll do a video on that for another time. But smells really good, no harmful products, and again, the whole purpose is to moisturize your hair. So it says for thick, curly, or wavy hair, we have none, but hair still is on our top of our head, even though we cut it. So just a small amount, you know, dime size amount. So what I like to use at the very end, just to moisturize my bald head.